That segment we mentioned earlier with Leroy Dedman, another excellent Leaving a Legacy segment.
In the story of the Good Samaritan, have you ever wondered why the priest and the Levite walked by on the other side of the road? When asked this question in a class, a little 9-year-old boy answered, "Well, it's because he has already been robbed." Well, while that might be a bit humorous, I doubt it's true. But it does make you wonder why the religious leaders of the day offered no help, while a man with whom the Jews had no dealing would be the one to help the wounded man. Of course, the priest may have assumed he was dead, and to touch a dead person he would be ceremonially unclean, so he chose the easiest side of the road. The Levite could have thought to help, but to bind up the wounds and to see the trouble and the suffering of others was just more than he wanted to get involved, so he chose the most pleasant side. There has been times when we all may have passed to the other side of the road. You remember the days of the muddy roads and ditches and ruts. Sometimes the other side was the only passable side. In his famous poem, Robert Frost speaks of coming to two paths and deciding which one to follow in his journey. He makes his decision. The end of the poem reads, "Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." The road we choose to follow in life does make all the difference. Jesus spoke of this decision. We stand before two gates. He said, enter into the narrow gate. And the gate is wide and the gate is broad that leads to destruction. And there are many who enter through it. For the gate is small and the way is narrow that leads to life. And there are a few who find it. This is Matthew 7, verses 13 and 14. Which path have you chosen? Which gate have you unlatched? The wide path chosen by so many, or the most difficult, narrow way? The one is chosen by few, the one less traveled by, but leads to life. The other is the popular road to the world that leads to destruction. It is hard to go back after the decision is made, so make it carefully. As the poet said of the decision after looking back at his life, it has made all the difference. While there is an easier side and a most pleasant side, there's really only one passable side if we expect to inherit eternal life.